What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video. Today we're going to be touching on the top 10 excuses made by Umar Johnson supporters. Like I said, this video was inspired by Lennon Honor. I saw it a few days ago. So I decided to go ahead and make a video on this subject. Like I said, we're going to go through these top 10 excuses made by Umar supporters, and I'm going to show you how I would respond if I was asked. Like I said, I've been asked pretty much every single one of these questions in my comment section at some point in time. So let's get into it. The first one, you didn't donate. In my case personally, I did donate to FDMG. Like I said, very early on when he was raising funds for the school, the St. Paul school, I made multiple donations. Like I said, I was trying to support the brother. I believed in the cause. Ultimately, like I said, I wound up waking up and seeing that this whole thing was just a finesse. It was a money grab. And like I said, I stopped making my donations. But I still continued to follow Umar, follow the progress or lack thereof with the school. And like I said, then ultimately I wound up making my channel. And we're here today where I'm exposing Umar and this FDMG fraud. But even if you didn't donate, you still should be able to ask legitimate questions. There's nothing wrong with asking, hey, brother, how much money has you collected? I mean, when is the last time Umar has gave a tally on how much money he's collected? It's been years. Also, how much money has Umar Johnson contributed to FDMG? I mean, he's quick to tell you he's the most requested scholar. He sold out conferences everywhere he goes. International Ifa Tunde. Like I said, I mean, you would think if someone was the most requested, scholar, that would equal dollars, right? Correct? You see him doing all these interviews with these big podcasts and even a lot of these smaller podcasts. He's not doing this stuff for free. Like I said, I'm sure he's getting several $1,000s to do a sit-down interview. How much of that money has he donated to FDMG? Probably nothing. Let's get into the second question. Umar supporters love to ask you this one. What are you doing for the black community? Well, that's very simple. What am I doing for the black community? I'm not stealing. Like I said, I'm not collecting funds for an imaginary school for the past 10 plus years and literally no progress. Like I said, Umar is literally stealing from his own. That's what just makes this scam so sick. He wants you, he's always talking this, trying to empower the community. We got to work together. We got to build our own institutions. But he's literally stealing from his own people. Black people that look just like him. He's literally stolen millions of dollars over the past 10 plus years and has not produced a school at all. And every time he's asked about the school, he's very evasive. It's always someone else's fault for some type of delay. It's never Umar's fault for anything. It's always, like I said, usually some other black person that he tries to place the blame on. It's sad. Question number 3, where's your school? And like this is a very dumb question that you hear Umar Johnson supporters say, where's your school? I wasn't the one who said I wanted a school. It was Umar. This is Umar's vision to have this school, and he's going to have, they're going to have a farm, and they're going to have an archery, and they're going to have a gun club, and they're going to have an astrology club, all this, they're going to have a swim team, all these imaginary things that this school is going to have. Like I said, he's had these abandoned buildings in Wilmington for over 5 plus years. Still no certificate of occupancy. Again, we see him traveling around to a different state or country every other weekend. Still no progress with the school. But they want to ask you, where's your school? That wasn't my vision. This is Umar's vision. He was the one who said he wanted to open up a school for black boys and hasn't delivered. It's crazy. Name calling. They say, oh, you're a coon. You hate your own people. They'll try to deflect and say, well, what about this such and such scammer, white supremacy this? They love to try to deflect the attention off of Umar and try to bring it on you. Question number 5, diversionary excuses. That's kind of what I just touched on. Like I said, they'll do any and everything to try to take their attention off of Umar Johnson and his lack of progress with the school and try to turn it or convert it into something else. Like I said, they'll try to tell you you're tearing down your own community. They try to say you have no life. They try to call you a YouTubian struggle streamer. You hear Umar use that phrase a lot. Anyone who criticizes him is, on the internet is a YouTubian struggle streamer, even though in real life he's living in a back room with his mom. You've never seen Umar with his own house, his own office. Again, number one requested scholar. He doesn't even have an office. But he's out here calling people. Umar should never be calling anyone else, any person struggling. When you got a grown man, he doesn't even have his own car. He has rental cars that are paid for by his donors. It's asinine. Question number 6. You're trying to tear another black man down. This is one of their favorites, right behind you didn't donate. You're tearing another black man down. He's just trying to make progress. No, this is a scam that he's been running for 10 plus years. He's been talking about the school is going to open every year. The school is going to open. And then right around August, September, it's another excuse as to why the school has to be delayed to the next following year. It's not, like I said, being critical and presenting facts is not tearing another black man down. It's calling a spade a spade. It's been 5 years and the brother hasn't made any real progress. Like, let's just call it what it is. You've raised millions of dollars, and in 5 years, this school is not even nowhere near open. It's like I said, it's not even safe to walk into school. It's not even up to code. In 5 years, like I said, he doesn't have a job. So he has literally, it's 24 hours in a day. Let's just say you get 6 hours of sleep. You got 18 hours over the past 5 years. And this is and you haven't made hardly any progress outside of what? Turning the electricity on? Painting. I mean, you didn't even hire anybody to paint. You got your supporters do a half-ass job. Is that you still got exposed wire and ceiling tile missing? Still no certificate of occupancy. That's not tearing another black man down. That's holding him accountable. And like I said, one thing Umar hates and Umar supporters hate is when you hold him accountable for his actions. Question number 7. Black people spend money on alcohol, weave, expensive shoes. He'll tell you we spend all this money on, I think one time he went on a tangent about how much money we spend on grits. Like I said, I don't know if you've seen one of the latest Umar Johnson videos. He literally has a FDMG chain now. But he wants to talk about black people and their spending. The man really had a FDMG gold chain on. I wonder who paid for that. Not Umar. I mean, either one of his, one of his women or his. It was bought by, PayPal and Cash App donations. So again, like I said, Umar, he always contradicts himself. Question number 8. He doesn't have enough money to build a school. This is one of the biggest lies. Again, Umar has collected millions, multi-millions, in the range of $2 to $3 billion in donations over 10 plus years. That is more than enough money to at least, like I said, it may not be enough money to keep the school operating, but that's at least more than enough money to acquire a building, get it up to code, and at least get the school open. If he could at least get to that point, he probably and prove that he has an actual proof of concept, the donation money probably will continue to roll in. But because the reason why the money is dried up and he's not really receiving as many donations as he used to is because people waking up and realize that this is a scam. This is a long con that he's been running. And people just start putting two and two together. It's like, man, this doesn't make no sense. I mean, if you're talking about opening up a school and that's the priority, saving black boys, why is it that every other weekend you're in a different state, giving the same speeches that you've been giving for the past 10 years? It doesn't make any sense. It's a finesse. Like I said, Umar doesn't want to work a job. He doesn't want to work a 9 to 5 Umar is lazy and he wants to live off donors and supporting money. Like I said, he wants to be a traveling preacher, going from state to state, country to country, giving the same old spill, and he wants to be paid for it. Like I said, that and going around the country and smashing various single mothers. Uh, Question number 9: White supremacy is trying to sabotage him. If you, like I said, if you ever watched any Umar lives, he's always got these conspiracy theories how people are trying to purposely sabotage him. I remember one time he was up at the school and he was cleaning some trash. He was up there for like a few days straight and he was cleaning some trash up, and then the next day he came back and it was more trash, and he was trying to claim that people are purposely dumping on this campus, and this is a form of sabotage. It's like Umar. The school is in the middle of the hood, and it's abandoned buildings. I mean, come on. You go to any inner city hood, you're going to see trash all over the place. That's not someone trying to sabotage you. It's just that your school is in the hood. I mean, I'm sure homeless people were living up there on the steps of the school. They're leaving their trash behind. Obviously, the wind is going to blow, and it's going to blow stuff like that around. That's not someone trying to sabotage you. But then again, Umar's, he's not all the way there mentally, in my opinion. So, like he said, he makes up these conspiracy theories and these ideas that everyone is out to get him, and they want to see him fail, when that's not the truth at all. Like I said, it's when he first came up with this idea for FDMG, the community rallied behind him, and that's how he was able to acquire the billions of dollars that he did in the first place. But like I said, when Umar got that money, he didn't do the right thing with it. He tricked it off, conscious strippers, rental vehicles, vacations. I mean, I remember he was over in like some Asian country taking like in some type of bathhouse. I'll have to pull up the video, but it's like she tricked that money off on all types of things. Allegedly, he bought, I remember, like a building for one of his women, and they turned it into an art studio. It's a lot of things he did with that money that he received from those donations. And people got to remember, like I said, it took him a while to even acquire those school buildings. And the only reason why he actually purchased a school, honestly, was because people started requesting refunds. PayPal started getting shut down. People started getting their money back. So to continue to scam, he went out and purchased this building. I think he purposely purchased that building in Wilmington, knowing that it needed an extensive amount of work, and ultimately he would never be able to complete it. So he could just keep this scam ongoing for years and years and years. Let's get into the next question. Let me move this down a little bit. It takes time to build a school. I kind of just touched on that in the last point. Like I said, Umar's had these buildings since February of 2019. So like I said, this coming February of 2025 will be 5 years that he's had these buildings in Wilmington. Again, very little progress. Like I said, he's had the electric turned on. We don't even know if that's legally or if that was some type of janky setup he got there. Got the water turned on. Like I said, he painted the gym, painted the smaller school building. Like I said, the larger school building across from the smaller building and the gym, he doesn't even show that building. Like I said, that building alone needs millions of dollars worth of work. But again, like I said, he's made very, very, very little progress over 5 years, and all you did is paint and get the electricity turned on, the water turned on. He got one of the air handler units replaced. That's really about it. Like I said, he's made very little progress over 5 years. The things that he's done over the 5 years, he should have been able to get that done in 2 or 3 months, 6 months tops if he was serious. But again, like I said, he's not serious about opening up a school. This was all a scam and a money grab from the beginning. Like I said, these are the top 10 questions, or top 10 reasons excuses made by Umar supporters. Like I said, when you're trying to be critical of Umar, These are some of the things that they're going to say to you to try to deflect attention away from Umar. Again, if it's any questions that you can think of that I missed here, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.